In a world where enchanted forests and mystical landscapes were but a whisper of legend, there lived a wanderer named Aiden. Aiden was a man of curiosity, an explorer of both the known and the unknown. He had traveled far and wide, seeking the hidden wonders of the world, but one tale had always eluded him, the tale of the Whispering Forest. The Whispering Forest was said to be a place where the very trees held secrets, where their leaves rustled not with the wind but with the murmurs of wisdom and guidance. Aiden had heard the stories, but he had never encountered anyone who could provide him with the exact location of this mystical place. One evening, as Aiden sat by a campfire beneath a starlit sky, an old traveler named Eldrick approached him. Eldrick's eyes held the kind of wisdom that only comes from years of wandering the world. "I've heard you seek the Whispering Forest," Eldrick said, his voice a low, melodic rumble. "It's a place of both beauty and mystery, a place where the trees themselves are said to whisper secrets." Aiden's heart quickened with excitement. "Do you know how to find it?" he asked, barely able to contain his eagerness. Eldrick nodded slowly. "I've been there once in my lifetime, and I can guide you to its entrance. But remember, Aiden, the forest imparts its wisdom to those who are willing to listen, not those who seek to conquer it. Approach with an open heart and a keen ear." The next morning, Aiden and Eldrick set out on a journey that would lead them to the fabled Whispering Forest. As they ventured deeper into the wilderness, the air grew thick with anticipation, and the sounds of the world outside gradually faded. The path they followed was overgrown with moss and adorned with vibrant wildflowers. It seemed as if the very earth itself welcomed their presence, leading them toward the heart of the forest. The further they ventured, the denser the trees became, their canopies interlocking to form a natural cathedral. A sense of reverence washed over Aiden as he entered this enchanted realm. The sunlight filtered through the leaves in dappled patterns, casting an ethereal glow on everything it touched. Eldrick led the way, his steps deliberate and purposeful, as if he had walked this path 100 times before. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the whispers of the trees became more pronounced. It was as though the very air was alive with secrets and ancient knowledge, carried on the breeze. Aiden strained to hear, to decipher the soft rustling of leaves, but the words eluded him. Eldrick paused and turned to Aiden. "The forest is testing you," he said in a hushed voice. "It's asking if you are truly ready to listen, to open yourself to its wisdom." Aiden nodded, a newfound determination in his heart. He closed his eyes and focused on the gentle rustling of leaves, allowing the sounds to wash over him like a soothing melody. The more he listened, the clearer the whispers became, and he felt a sense of connection to the ancient knowledge held by the trees. With each step, Aiden and Eldrick ventured deeper into the Whispering Forest, their journey into the heart of mystery just beginning. The enchantment of this place filled them with wonder and anticipation, for they knew that the forest held secrets that would forever change their lives. After days of trekking through dense forests and crossing babbling brooks, Aiden and Eldrick arrived at the edge of the Whispering Forest. The trees here stood taller and grander than any Aiden had ever seen, their branches reaching toward the sky in a majestic display of nature's splendor. As Aiden entered the forest, he felt an inexplicable sense of calm wash over him. The leaves rustled, not with the wind's touch, but with a soft, ethereal whisper that seemed to come from the very heart of the trees. Eldrick turned to Aiden and said, "Listen closely, for this is where the journey truly begins. The forest will share its wisdom with you, but you must be patient and attuned to its voice." Aiden nodded and took a deep breath, fully immersing himself in the enchantment of the Whispering Forest. The whispers were like echoes of long-forgotten knowledge, like the gentle guidance of a wise mentor. The trees seemed to speak of the interconnectedness of all life, of the importance of living in harmony with the natural world, and of the value of listening to one's intuition. Aiden closed his eyes and let the forest's wisdom seep into his soul. He could feel the trees welcoming him, their ancient spirits reaching out to him through the rustling leaves. The more he listened, the more he sensed that the whispers were not just random sounds, they were a language, a code that held the secrets of the forest. As the day turned into night, Aidan and Eldrick set up camp beneath the towering trees. The whispers continued, but now they seemed to carry a sense of urgency. It was as though the forest had a message to convey, a message that Aidan was meant to receive. Sitting by the campfire, Aidan and Eldrick shared stories of their travels and adventures. Eldrick spoke of the many mysteries he had encountered in his lifetime, and Aidan listened with rapt attention, eager to learn from his newfound mentor. As the fire crackled and the stars glittered overhead, Aidan felt a deep connection to the whispering forest. It was as though the forest had embraced him, welcoming him into its ancient embrace. He knew that this journey was unlike any other he had undertaken, and he was determined to listen, to learn, and to uncover the forest's hidden wisdom. As he closed his eyes and drifted into sleep, Aidan could still hear the whispers of the trees in his mind. They were a constant presence, a reminder that the forest held secrets waiting to be unveiled. In the days and weeks to come, he would embark on a profound journey of self-discovery, guided by the whispers of the whispering forest. Days turned into weeks as Aidan continued his journey through the whispering forest. The whispers of the trees grew more profound and intricate, revealing the forest's teachings in ever more profound ways. Yet, it was not a journey without challenges. Aidan faced moments of doubt and frustration. The forest tested his patience, urging him to slow down, to listen more deeply, and to trust his intuition. One day, as Aidan sat beneath a towering oak, he heard a voice in the wind, a voice that seemed to beckon him deeper into the forest. Eldrick, sensing Aidan's hesitation, reminded him that the forest was not to be rushed but to be experienced in its own time. Aidan realized that he needed to let go of his impatience and embrace the wisdom of the forest. He surrendered to the gentle guidance of the trees, allowing himself to be carried by the whispers and to trust the path that unfolded before him. In his moments of frustration, Aidan recalled the lessons he had learned from Eldrick and the forest itself. He remembered the importance of patience, of attuning himself to the natural rhythms of the world, and of allowing the journey to unfold in its own time. As he continued deeper into the forest, he noticed that the whispers of the trees became more intricate and profound. They spoke not only of the external world but also of the inner world. The forest seemed to be guiding him toward a deeper understanding of himself. Aidan realized that the trials of patience were not obstacles to be overcome but opportunities for growth and self-discovery. He learned to embrace the stillness of the forest, to trust his intuition, and to allow the wisdom of the trees to permeate his soul. With each passing day, Aidan felt a profound sense of connection to the whispering forest. He understood that the forest's teachings were not just about the external world but about the inner world as well. The trials of patience had become a gateway to a deeper understanding of himself and his place in the natural world. As he journeyed through the forest, Aidan encountered moments of profound insight. The whispers of the trees revealed the importance of listening not only to the external world but also to the whispers of his own heart. They spoke of the interconnectedness of all life and the value of living in harmony with nature and one another. Aidan's trials of patience had become a transformative experience. He had learned to trust the whispers of the forest, to embrace the stillness of his own being, and to surrender to the natural rhythms of the world. The forest had become not just a place of enchantment but a mirror reflecting the inner world, a place where the mysteries of the world and the mysteries of the self were intertwined. As Aidan delved deeper into the whispering forest, the wisdom of the trees began to reveal itself in profound ways. He learned that the forest's teachings were not just about the external world but about the inner world as well. The trees whispered of the importance of listening to one's intuition, of trusting the inner voice that guided one's choices and decisions. They spoke of the interconnectedness of all living beings, emphasizing the need to live in harmony with nature and one another. In the heart of the forest, Aidan encountered a magnificent ancient oak, its gnarled branches reaching out like the arms of a wise elder. As he touched the rough bark, he felt a surge of insight. The tree's whispers were like a chorus of voices, imparting the essence of the forest's teachings. The answers you seek, the ancient oak whispered, are not always found in the noise of the external world but in the stillness of your own heart. Trust your intuition, for it is a compass that will guide you on your journey. Aiden closed his eyes and let the wisdom of the ancient oak sink in. He realized that the forest was not just a place of external beauty and mystery, it was a mirror reflecting the inner world. The whispers of the trees were a reminder to listen to his own intuition, to trust the guidance that came from within. The more Aiden embraced the teachings of the whispering forest, the deeper his connection to the natural world became. He noticed the subtle rhythms of the forest, the way the animals moved in harmony with their surroundings, the way the leaves danced in the gentle breeze, and the way the rivers flowed with purpose. As he continued his journey, he found himself attuned to the interconnectedness of all life. He saw how every living being, from the smallest insect to the tallest tree, played a vital role in the intricate web of existence. The forest's wisdom had opened his eyes to the beauty of this interconnectedness, and he felt a profound sense of gratitude for the natural world. Each day brought new revelations and insights. Aiden learned to approach his decisions with a sense of inner guidance, trusting that his intuition would lead him in the right direction. He also learned to live in harmony with the world around him, making choices that honored the interconnectedness of all life. As he continued his journey, Aiden encountered other travelers who had been drawn to its enchantment. He shared the wisdom he had gained, emphasizing the importance of listening to one's intuition and living in harmony with the natural world. The forest had become not just a place of external beauty but a source of inner transformation. Aiden realized that the true treasure of the whispering forest was not its external mysteries but the wisdom it imparted to those who were willing to listen with an open heart. With the wisdom of the forest etched into his soul, Aiden knew that his journey was far from over. The path ahead would still hold challenges and moments of uncertainty, but he was no longer daunted by them. He had learned to trust the whispers of his own heart, to embrace the interconnectedness of all life, and to find wisdom in the stillness of his own being. With the forest's wisdom etched into his heart, Aiden felt a sense of completion. He had listened to the whispers, embraced the teachings, and allowed the forest to touch his soul. As he made his way back to the edge of the whispering forest, he realized that the journey had transformed him. He no longer sought to conquer the forest or possess its secrets, he had become a student of its wisdom. When he emerged from the forest, Eldrick was waiting for him, a knowing smile on his weathered face. Aiden shared the profound insights he had gained from the whispering forest, the importance of listening to one's intuition, and the interconnectedness of all living beings. Eldrick nodded, his eyes filled with understanding. The whispering forest imparts its wisdom to those who are willing to listen with an open heart, he said. It is a place of inner and outer reflection, a place where the mysteries of the world and the mysteries of the self are intertwined. Aiden thanked Eldrick for guiding him to the forest and for sharing his own wisdom along the way. He realized that the journey had been a gift, a journey of self-discovery and inner growth. Eldrick placed a hand on Aiden's shoulder and said, "Remember, my friend, the wisdom of the forest is not something to possess, but something to carry with you on your continued journey. The whispers of the trees will always be a part of you, guiding you in times of uncertainty and reminding you of the interconnectedness of all life." With a sense of gratitude and reverence, Aiden bid farewell to Eldrick and set out on his continued wanderings. He knew that the forest's teachings would remain with him, a source of guidance and inspiration as he explored the world and the depths of his own being. As he ventured forth, Aiden carried the wisdom of the whispering forest with him. He learned to trust his intuition, to listen to the whispers of his own heart, and to live in harmony with the natural world. The forest's teachings became a part of his everyday life. He approached each new adventure with an open heart and a willingness to listen, not only to the external world but also to the guidance that came from within. In his travels, Aiden encountered others who were drawn to the forest's wisdom. He shared the lessons he had learned, emphasizing the importance of listening to one's intuition and living in harmony with the interconnected web of life. The whispering forest had become not just a place of enchantment but a source of inner transformation. Aiden realized that the true treasure of the forest was not its external mysteries, but the wisdom it imparted to those who were willing to listen with an open heart. With the wisdom of the forest as his guide, Aiden continued his wanderings, embracing each new day with a sense of wonder and reverence. He knew that the path ahead would still hold mysteries and challenges, but he was no longer daunted by them. He had learned to trust the whispers of his own heart, to embrace the interconnectedness of all life, and to find wisdom in the stillness of his own being. As Aiden continued his wanderings, he carried the wisdom of the whispering forest with him. He learned to trust his intuition, to listen to the whispers of his own heart, and to live in harmony with the natural world. The forest's teachings became a part of his everyday life. He approached each new adventure with an open heart and a willingness to listen, not only to the external world but also to the guidance that came from within. In his travels, Aiden encountered others who were drawn to the forest's wisdom. He shared the lessons he had learned, emphasizing the importance of listening to one's intuition and living in harmony with the interconnected web of life. The Whispering Forest had become not just a place of enchantment but a source of inner transformation. Aiden realized that the true treasure of the forest was not its external mysteries, but the wisdom it imparted to those who were willing to listen with an open heart. With the wisdom of the forest as his guide, Aiden continued his wanderings, embracing each new day with a sense of wonder and reverence. He knew that the path ahead would still hold mysteries and challenges, but he was no longer daunted by them. He had learned to trust the whispers of his own heart, to embrace the interconnectedness of all life, and to find wisdom in the stillness of his own being. As he ventured forth, Aiden encountered diverse landscapes and cultures, each offering its own unique lessons. He found that the teachings of the Whispering Forest were universal, transcending language and boundaries. In bustling cities, he learned to listen to the rhythms of human connection and to appreciate the beauty of human diversity. In remote villages, he witnessed the importance of living in harmony with the land and the wisdom of indigenous cultures that had preserved their connection to the natural world. Aiden's journey was not without its challenges, but he faced them with a sense of inner guidance and resilience. He trusted that the whispers of the forest were always with him, offering solace in times of uncertainty and clarity in times of confusion. One day, while exploring a remote mountain range, Aiden encountered a group of travelers who had heard of his journey and the wisdom he carried. They sought his guidance on their own quests for self-discovery and personal growth. Aiden was humbled by their request and shared the lessons he had learned from the Whispering Forest. He emphasized the importance of listening to one's intuition, of embracing the interconnectedness of all life, and of living in harmony with the natural world. The travelers were deeply moved by Aiden's words, and they, in turn, shared their own stories and insights. A sense of community and shared purpose blossomed among them, and they formed a close-knit group that continued their journeys together. As the seasons changed and the years passed, Aiden's wanderings took him to distant lands and far-off corners of the world. He encountered countless individuals who were drawn to the wisdom he carried and who, in turn, shared their own wisdom with him. Aiden's life had become a tapestry of experiences and connections, each thread woven with the whispers of the forest. He knew that the journey of self-discovery and personal growth was ongoing, an ever-unfolding adventure. The Whispering Forest had become not just a destination but a way of life, a reminder to trust the whispers of the heart, to embrace the interconnectedness of all life, and to find wisdom in the stillness of one's own being. And as Aiden looked back on his journey, he realized that the ongoing whisper of the forest was a gift that would guide him on the path of self-discovery and personal transformation for the rest of his days.